Over 20 firefighters from the Guam Fire Department, Anderson Fire Emergency Services, Airport Rescue Firefighting, Joint Region Marianas Federal Fire, and Misawa Air Base in Japan recently took part in a peer support training course. The training will help them provide confidential support to another member who is experiencing personal, emotional, or work-related problems while acting as a bridge to outside professional services. Psychologist Dr. Kristen Weldon is the president and founder of the Fire Service Psychology Association. The association was formed back in 2017 after Dr. Weldon recognized there was little representation from the professional psychology community within fire service.
Firefighters are almost like the unsung heroes, I think, of the community. We don't necessarily see them unless we have an emergency. We call them out. They come to our homes. They help us in all these different ways. And oftentimes we don't necessarily know or acknowledge that those tragedies, those challenges can have an impact over the course of time. So we need to invest in our firefighters and their mental health, just like we invest in other resources in the community, because if they're healthy and they're happy and they're doing what they do for us, then our communities are more resilient.
The training is part of Anderson's Firefighter Behavioral Health Program and the Air Force Fire and Emergency Ready Firefighter Program, but was also offered to other fire agencies. This course is specifically for the fire service to assist firefighters in identifying, moderating, and mitigating the personal and profession stressors. Participants should be those individuals who are willing and able to listen and support their fellow firefighters.
We are working with these different agencies to develop a peer support team where firefighters are working on active listening skills, strategic planning for behavioral health incident responses, and basically learning how to talk to each other when they're going through things, because they're actually the first people that they will talk to when they see things that are really uncomfortable or when they're going through personal problems. And so we want to make sure that they're empowered to provide those peer support resources.
Participating in the training was GFD spokesperson Lieutenant Nick Garrido, who says such a training is beneficial.
Definitely the alarms that a lot of our members or our personnel respond to could have its toll, especially on Guam, because family, you could be responding to family, to friends. It could have a negative effect on the individual or any of our members, uniform and non-uniform, to include our dispatchers as well.
Dr. Weldon says that the participants were all receptive to the training.
A lot of them bring valuable life experience in the field, and so when we're talking about psychological concepts and scenarios, they bring their life experience to the scenarios and really bring it to life. And we talk about ways to communicate, practical skills on how to de-escalate situations that might be emotionally activating for people.
The big takeaway?
With this training is definitely that we are able to basically added tools to our toolbox, so we could be able to assist each other, as just helping one another. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that we leave here a little bit more knowledgeable than when we first came in.
Jonagan Charfres, KM News.